friends. This is my movie lines journal. I had started this journal, random movie lines journal. I had started this journal, carried it on a little vacation, and when I came back, um, it sat for a while, and then I got COVID, and I started working in it while I had COVID, and I watched a really, really dumb movie. And while I was watching the movie, I only had the brain power to sort of flip through the journal and write down things that the movie happened to text from the movie, lines from the movie. And so I just flipped through the journal and wrote those down in different places, and it became my random movie lines journal. So after I'd done it once, I went back through it and did it again with a different movie. So there's just some strange, funny lines in here that sometimes I just worked over the top of, and sometimes I sort of illustrated. This is a square watercolor book by Field Artist. It's got watercolor paper in it. I started it in October 2021. It is now August 2023, so it's been sort of kicking around in the studio for a while. So I'm going to flip through it. This is watercolor, just some patterns that I worked on. I don't know that I really talk a whole lot. I'm going to flip through. I may actually put some music over the top of this, so if there's things to say, we'll see. Oh, I remember. I actually started this for a class, and one of the things for the class was to take an image and replicate it over several pages. And so I did that here, and then did spreads around them. And I don't know that I finished the class. I don't remember. It wasn't speaking to me. And so I may have just stopped doing it. And see, here's a line from one of the movies. So I guess I got tired of doing the class. How do you feel about dogs? That was definitely from the movie, and I'm pretty sure that was the first thing I wrote because I thought it just struck me as so funny while I had COVID. I don't know why. I had the dumb. That's not allowed. I think it's really funny how, particularly for ourselves, we decide things are allowed or not allowed, and I have to remind myself quite regularly that it is my journal and I can do what I want. So that's not allowed as kind of a reminder that almost anything is allowed in the journal, right? I never set out to draw anything. I probably did some painting and uh, maybe watercolor. Yeah, I guess it's probably watercolor here. And sort of some mountains started to appear, and then I started drawing on top of the mountains. I don't know if you can see, there's quite a bit of gold on there too. Um, so yeah, I never set out and go, I'm going to draw some mountains today. It just sort of happens. One of my friends said at Christmas it's cream cheese season. We were laughing about how many things you make at Christmas time that have cream cheese in them. Um, so I wrote that down because I thought it was funny. You're like a star personality. Another line from a movie. This was resist. I put down some of that resist, rubber cement like stuff, and then watercolored over it. It turned out pretty neat, and I don't really do that much, but it's fun. We met in the self-help section of the library. That was from that same dog movie. This This was actually from a different class. I had to draw some things with just some basic shapes, and I really liked those oranges, how they turned out. My table's squeaky. My nephew loves penguins, so I always think about him when I have penguins or see penguins. This is actually from a National Geographic that I did a matte medium where you put matte medium on the thing and then peel off the paper on the back. That's how I did that. This journal is a little bit of everything. Watercolor, collage, drawing. Kind of had a lot going on in this book. This is actually just a quote that I liked a lot and wanted to remember, so I wrote it in here and put some grass. I just thought that went together well. So that's it.